Can I redecorate a room and not spend a cent? I think so. Why don't you stick around and see? Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping by today. And in today's video, I'm going to be working on the sitting area in the primary suite bedroom. So I haven't really done anything much in that room lately, and the reason for that is because I've been just so busy in every other room. But what happened was, over the past few months, what I've been doing is I've been actually using things from that room to put into other areas of the house. So slowly but surely, I've been taking things out of there and I haven't really been replacing them. Plus, a lot of times what I'll do during the fall and the Christmas season, I use that as a pre-staging area before I move the items I'm going to be using to where they're going to be actually used. As a result, the room just started to not be what I expected it to be, and it started to, I started to think about it more and more. So today I'm going to tackle that area, like I said. Now, here's the thing though, I am not going to spend 1 cent. What I'm doing is I'm going to be using things that I already have. Now, if you've been following along in this story, I've been saying to you, I have a lot of things and I want to see them. So I'm going to use them. There's no reason for them to be hidden away or put away and not being used, because to be honest with you, when I'm not here anymore, they're probably just going to get thrown out. And, because people just aren't interested in other people's heritage anymore, or what means something to them. It doesn't mean anything to them, so they just kind of like get rid of this stuff. So I figured, why should I be leaving it in the attic? Why should I leave it in a closet? Why should it be in a drawer? If I like it, I'm going to use it. As simple as that. So in the room today, I'm going to be taking out some things that I use seasonally, and I'm going to use them in there, or that I haven't been used in a long time. So let's see where it goes from this. Like always, please subscribe if you just stumbled on me. Give me a like. It helps with the video, because like I always say it, my videos just don't get out there. I'm stuck in this stupid algorithm and I can't break free from it. Share, comment, all that good stuff. All right, everybody, stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed this video. So today we're in the sitting area in the primary suite bedroom, and you can see it's a pretty large area right here, and it has this vaulted ceiling, and it gives it a more like a grander kind of a feeling. And if you notice, I painted the one wall back here with a one shade darker than the antique white walls that are in the rest of the room. I can't remember the name of it, I'm sorry. And I have that architectural piece up there, that piece of ironwork that I put up in the peak. All right, so let's start addressing this area right now. You can see right here, I have two pieces in here. It is a love seat, and it is a kind of like a greenish velvet. And I also have the lounge chair right here, which is a tufted green. It's a kind of a velvet. It's not velvet, but kind of a green velvet. And I have this coffee table right here. And this is the coffee table that used to be in the living room downstairs before it became the music room. And it's nice because actually I can lift this glass up if I want, and I could put pictures in there. And it also has two drawers that are in this piece. So it has a little bit of storage, and it's on these mini kind of wheels, so it can be easily moved. Also, you notice I have this green rug in here. This used to be downstairs. It's getting a little worn, but that makes it a little bit more special. I love this rug. I wish I could find another one like it. I can't. I don't know how much longer it's going to last, but it's fine in this area because this gets zero traffic in here whatsoever. Now, if you notice, on each side of the love seat, there's nothing right now. And there used to be two end tables here that matched this coffee table. And if you follow me, you might recognize them as the ones I moved into the into the library media room, and I'm going to insert that picture right here if you don't remember. And also the lamps that I put in the library media room, which is in the insert as well, were in here. So I have a little bit of work to do, so I'm going to start on this area of the room first. So first thing I'm going to put up are these two shutters that I have that I painted. And again, for those of you who know me, you remember these used to be in the library media room. In fact, the pictures that are down there came from this room up here, so I'm putting these shutters up here. There you go. I put one shutter here as well as the other shutter over here. I'm sorry for the lighting. That's just the way it is in here. I'm sorry, it's a little bit dark. They're a little bit darker green than I would prefer, but they're green, and I'm doing a lot of green, so I do like it. And I forgot to mention the window treatments. These are like a linen right here, and I put the celery green shears, which are coming back in style now. More people are using shears. I like them because it filters the light into the room and it makes it more, just gives it a better feeling for me anyway. Okay, so anyway, there are the two shutters so far. For those of you that know me, you know I like to shop our own house, and I would think that many people are doing that right now, especially with the price of everything. So I had this table right here in one of the bedrooms, and I replaced it with another piece in that bedroom. I'll show you that right here. So I put that there instead of this. So anyway, I had this one in the bedroom, and then I was thinking, okay, I'll just put one. And then I was laying in bed the other night, and I was like, wait a second, I think I have another one of those up in the attic. So I'm going to put one of these on each side of this love seat. I had two of these green plaid tablecloths, and I mean, I'm not crazy about it. They're okay. They're green and they're white with a little bit of gold ribbing in them that you can see. So for now, anyway, I'm gonna leave that because, like I said, I'm trying to do this without buying a thing. I don't want to buy a thing here, and I don't know actually how long that's gonna stay here, but. So anyway, I'm going to try to live with that as it is right now. So I know a lot of you are saying, yuck, 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 but that's the deal for this story. No cost. And I had this floor lamp right here. And I believe we got this many years ago, at least, I want to say maybe 12. That's not that it's many, but it's a lot. And I think we got it at Lowe's. And it's really nice because it has that bronzy kind of look. It has these marble accents on it. And it just adds a little bit more light without being very harsh, because you don't want to put those overhead lights on. They just make the room very harsh, especially in the evening if you would want to try to relax in here. Over here, I've added this lamp. I was lucky. A friend of mine was moving to Florida, and it was trying to go, was going to get stuff there instead of bringing a lot of stuff from here. So he gave this to me, and it has that same kind of bronzy kind of a look, whatever you call that color. And it's good for task right here in case, one of us is laying on this chaise and you want to read a book or something like that. So that works out very well right there. To balance the height of the floor lamp on this side, I placed a ficus tree on this side. It's something I had. I know the big rage is the olive trees, and because they're a rage, they are outrageously expensive. And because I changed things around so much, and again, wasn't going to invest in that, I have this. It's absolutely fine. It's greenery. And it's just for me and Marianne. It's in the primary suite seating area. So the ficus tree it is. And it adds that touch of something living. Well, it is fake, but something living in the room. These are the pillows I'm starting off with. And I really like these. These have like an old worldish kind of feel. It's kind of like that brocade look. And you can see it has the green in here, the dark green that's in the shutters. the lighter green that's of the couch and the chase lounge, the beige that's on the wall, and this orangey kind of color. So this is going to serve as a little bit of inspiration because I'm actually going to use some orange in here. I have these orangey kind of pillows that I only use in the fall. So they only stay out for a very short period of time. So I can use them up here as a really great accent color through. I love orange and green together. And in the fall, if I choose to, I can always bring them downstairs into the more public areas. But for now, I'm going to be using them here. So let me start by putting these in. I started with these two, and I forgot to mention, look, it even has, look at this great edging it has. These, I really like these. They feel so nice. Now for the shades, I have this elongated one. It's more of a rectangle, and look at the cording it has right here. This is the same as that, and then it has the green here, and then the same, whatever you call it, the edging or trim around the outside of the pillow. And that one is going to go right there. Now, I know orange is not for everybody, but you know what? It's one of my favorite colors. So, and I think it brings life into the room, and I really like the way it looks with this. So, have these orange velvet pillow covers from Amazon, and I put them like that. And I think that looks really nice. In my eyes, that looks really great. To bring that orange color over into the Chase Lounge, I have this throw right here. This came from Marshalls or TJ Maxx, one of those, same thing. And it is really soft. I think they still have it. I got it about maybe 3 years ago, but I think I saw it this past fall there. So again, I do use this for fall downstairs, but like I said, I like it here, and I'm going to use it right now here, and it just looks really great with that pillow. And once again, I introduced that other orange pillow right here as well. So we have this going on right now. Now on this side table, I'm introducing this sculptural vase. I'm not putting anything in it, but it has like a violety, rusty kind of a look to it, color, I mean, and it kind of goes with playing off this in the rug. And I finished off that side table with a picture and a little glass elephant. They are for luck. For the other side, I want to bring some greenery over to this side because it's on the right side. I want to put a little bit on the left side. I'm going to put it in this architectural kind of pot. It has little handles and stuff on it. I'm going to introduce the orange over there as well, and another small green object that reflects the little green elephant on the opposite side. Just like that. Next up, coffee table. Now, you know you were waiting for me to start talking about my old things. Well, this canister right here is really old. I don't know how old it is, but it was Mary Ann's grandfather's, and he used to keep cigars in there. So it's an old piece, and it has the creamy color that's on the walls, and it has the green on this cameo. So I don't know if that's going to be its place, but that's going on the table. I'm also going to include this green canister, which belonged to Mary Ann's brother. I think he had it in his office, and he used to put, pens and whatever in there. So I want to include that. Again, it has the green color that I'm using in here. Don't know where it's going yet, but that's going on here. This is where I am right now. For now, I just stuck that little bit of greenery in here. I mean, spring is coming, and it brings a little bit of life into the room. And I have this orange book, voila, to carry the orange over onto the coffee table. There's a couple of books there. All right, so here's my logic for the next thing. Because the table is rectangle and the box, this tin is square, and that one is rectangle, and the books are rectangle, it really needs something round right there, just to offset all those harsh edges. And I've been searching in the attic, and I can't find what I want, but I have something round I'm going to put there for now. Not what I want, because it's the glass on the glass. I wanted something a little bit warmer, and I didn't want to use wicker. I was considering using a wicker plate under there to add to it, but I don't have one. I have one, and I hung it on the wall in my gallery wall downstairs, and I'm not taking that off. So that's going to be something I have to search for. But in the meantime, that'll be a good place to put the remotes. And to finish it off, I have these two candles here with the green marbles to highlight the green that's going on in the room. Now, somebody out there I know is saying, Joe, there's too much on that coffee table. But guess what? That's what's the best part about it being in my house, because this is what I like. So this is what it's going to be. Right or wrong, that's it. Okay, so let's move down to this end of the room. This piece of furniture was my mother and father's. It actually was in the house where I grew up. Like many of you know, we have inherited a lot of the pieces that we had there. And actually, I can absolutely remember where everything goes in, in this piece. For example, this shelf up here used to house the VCR. And that piece right there had an architectural piece in it. And this piece right here had a silver canister and glass set on it on a tray. And this had a specialty liquor bottle that had 3 different heads to it. And this was actually the space for the TV. That was the size of our TV right there. And down there, my mother had some books. And so now what I did was I displayed some meaningful things to me. This trophy was our color guard won the world championship in the independent open class in 2008. And that was a big milestone. So I have that on display. If you remember from Christmas, these were the trains that I had under the vintage tree with the shiny bright balls on it. That's Lionel trains from the 1950s. And when my cousin got older, my uncle, which I inherited these from my uncle, when he got older, he gave us this set, and he bought this set for him. These are diesel trains. These are absolutely unbelievably beautiful trains. They have all these specialty cars. And if you remember the story, I had told you, this is the cousin that died in the fire saving other people. He was in the river and saving other people. So these are very, very, very special to me. And although I don't have them set up on the tracks, I have them on display that I can look at them. So again, very special, meaningful piece right here. A lot of memories going on right here. So I'm opening up this piece right here because I'm going to stage it as a writing desk. So here you go. So I put a task lamp right here that I could actually do something there and write if I had to. I added in this chair that belongs to my mother and father's first bedroom set, which they got married in 1948. So that's an old piece, and it actually goes with the set that's in one of our guest bedrooms because my father redid it for us, and it's in one of the bedrooms. But I'm choosing to use the chair here, and he reupholstered the chair and everything for us. So I'm staging that like this. So here is this piece right here. Wow, so many memories right there. And now on to the opposite wall. We're now on the opposite side of the room right here, and I'll tell you a little bit about that piece in 1 second. But what I want to do is I want to hang a picture on this empty wall right here. This is the picture that I'm going to hang here. So the first thing I did was I held it up to the height I wanted, and I put a mark on the wall at where the top of the picture frame should be. Now this picture has 2 spots for hooks. Hate these kind of pictures, but I think everybody knows the trick, but I'll show you in a second what I'm going to do. So in case you don't know how to do this, you put the blue tape across the picture. Now I lined it up directly with the top of the frame because I know where I want the top of my frame. And then what I did was I put a mark here where the one hook would go. Now the bottom of the hook would have to be here, and then one over here where the bottom of the hook would have to be so that it would hang properly. Next thing what you do is you take the tape off, put it on the wall, use a level, and make sure that it's straight so you get your hooks in the right spot. So I marked the halfway point of the picture and the halfway point on the wall, and I put the tape up there, and then I used the level to make sure that it was level. And now I'm going to make the marks where the hooks go, and then I can put the hooks in. And I put the hooks in on each side, and hopefully the picture's going to go up there and be straight. Success! I know this piece here was again from my parents, and it used to be in the beach house down the shore. My mother had it in the dining area there, and she really liked this piece so much. And this was one of the pieces that my father told me before he passed away, Joe, don't throw that out, because he knows I used to like to throw things out, but I would never throw something like this out. But anyway, you can see it's very cute. It's mirrored in the back, and there's actually a light in there, but I don't have an outlet right on this wall, so unfortunately it will not be able to be lit. And right now, I mean, I didn't style it much. I'm going to leave this in it for now. This is an antique little pot for, you could put coffee in there or tea. This is from Mary Ann's cousin Gracie, and it has like a yellowish orange tone, so I thought this would be good. And then down here, these are those specialty bottles that I told you were on that piece from my parents' home. Remember I said there was a bottle that had 3 parts to it, and this was another specialty bottle. Those bottles honestly have to be over 50 years old. And for now, I just put that Kiss crystal down there. I'm going to keep it like this. It'll probably change because I change everything 8 million times. So for right now, I'm going to leave that. I just have to style the top a little bit. I'm going to start by putting this canister up here with the leaf motif on it because I want some height in there to eat that height up. To bring the orange over to this side of the room, I'm going to use this plate, plain orange, simple, but makes the statement. I needed more height here, so I just added these branches from the yard. And I put this little tray with a little towel that says Believe on it and a couple of little cherubs on a candle. All right, we're going to move over to here now. So here we have this table which we inherited from Mary Ann's cousin, and I refinished it in a high gloss finish, and it's actually a magic table. It's expandable. It grows to a very large size. So I used to actually have this in the foyer, and now it's a little wide, so I put it up here now, and it acts great to hold a television. Now this is a small TV, but and this was somewhere else, and I moved it into this room. And actually, we don't really watch TV in here. This would only be if, say like, we wake up in the middle of the night and you can't get back to sleep and you don't want to go downstairs. We just might flip this TV on. So this small size is absolutely perfect in here. And if you notice on the other side, Mary Ann has her Richard Simmons, it's like a a horsey. It goes back and forth, and she watches TV when she's on that. And then up here, we have this beautiful picture of Italy that was given to us as a present from Mary Ann's sister. I don't know where she was one time, and she found a whole bunch of these paintings, and she got this one for us. So again, that was a no-cost item that was given to us. And then last but not least, I have this very large picture. And this is funny because actually what happened is I was driving somewhere and I saw someone was having a yard sale, but I didn't have time to stop there, so I had to go wherever I had to go. And then by the time I got home, it was late. As I was traveling home, I passed the house, and there was this big picture on the garbage. So I got out of the car and I loaded it up. And it's really large. It is a big picture, and it was free, and it looks just great hanging here. Okay, so let's take a look at the whole room.